Welcome, colleagues, and welcome if you've joined us online. My name is Marsha Meskimmon, and I'm the Director of the Institute of Advanced Studies, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you today to this provocation and panel for Breathe, which we are hosting as the final, during the final week of the annual IAS theme of Breathe, which is coming to a close sometime tomorrow afternoon. It's been a very exciting set of sessions over the course of the year, and we're really quite excited to be hosting this today and having a further conversation, a set of provocations. I have to do a few thank yous and a few formal notes. So housekeeping wise, if you have joined us online, you will note that you are on a Zoom webinar and you are able to ask questions in either the comments, chat button on your Zoom or on the Q&A, and we will monitor those and put them into the final discussion of the panel. So don't be alarmed if you don't feel as though you seem to have access to your microphone. You don't. You have access to the chat and to the Q&A, but we will feed in questions and comments as we go along. I also really want to thank the team who have worked tirelessly over this year on the annual theme of Breathe. That's Sam Winter, Deganta Das, Joan Fitzpatrick, and Liam Heaney, and especially to Sam for coordinating the team over the course of the year, which has been no mean feat. So I think we owe Sam quite a debt of gratitude, really. It has been an exciting program and a really interesting thing to be working on over the course of the year. None of this is possible without my IAS colleagues, Laura Dale, Kieran Teasdale, Bhavna Patel, who's not in the room, but many of you have worked with her over the course of arriving here, and Nimi Nu. So these are just fantastic colleagues to work with. The IAS runs like clockwork, and it runs like clockwork because of them. So we really have to thank them as well for all the work they've done. Today, we welcome to the final session 5 absolutely fantastic international fellows. Now, they have far too much to say about them to introduce it individually, but you will be seeing them on your screen. You have some information about their bios. Joan will introduce in order, and they will be speaking to you, but we are delighted and really want to thank each and every one of you for having made the effort to come to us, to join in with this final Breathe session, and to be part of this wider dialogue. So we're really thrilled to have you here, and we really appreciate that. I also want to thank Joan Fitzpatrick today because she's going to be kind of chairing and convening the panel as we work on this, and it's really exciting to be doing this. And I'll hand over to Joan very shortly. And I want to also introduce you to Anne-Marie Culhane and Nita Solanki, who are here. They will, at 4 o'clock, as you all know from your various programs, we will proceed out the doors into the Barefoot Orchard, take part in Fruit Roots. Anne-Marie is the founding artist for the Fruit Roots project, and Nita has just come in on board as the handover person who will now take on Fruit Roots for the next decade, we hope, at least. And so it's a very exciting project, and has always been pivotal to the thinking of this theme, that we had to have some time when we actually started to really think about breathing with the planet, breathing with the trees, breathing with Fruit Roots across this campus. And so it's really wonderful to be able to have them here today. So my thank yous done. I wanted to just say a few quick words. Since its inception, Breathe has inspired cross-disciplinary dialogues like no other theme that we've had at the IAS. It's really been absolutely fascinating for that. From the arts and humanities, the social sciences, design, technology, and the pure sciences, we have talked about the way in which this term, breathe, somehow brings us together. It binds us, it connects us, but it also, in many instances, can drive us apart, can also divide. We breathe with others in the world breathes, the planet breathes, but in some instances that's differential. The power politics that inform that do not make it easy for everyone to breathe in quite the same way, and that's been one of the explorations we've had. As I sort of draw my little intro to conclusion, I thought I would use a poem to do this, a little excerpt from a poem. It's by Juliana Spar, who is a poet in Brooklyn, and it's called This Connection of Everyone with Lungs. And this particular poem, I'm going to do just a short extract from the end of it, is a poem written after September 11th, 2001. As everyone with lungs breathes, the space between the hands and the space around the hands, and the space of the room and the space of the building that surrounds the room, and the space of the neighborhoods nearby, and the space of the cities, and the space of the regions, and the space of the nations, and the space of the continents and islands, and the space of the oceans, and the space of the troposphere, and the space of the stratosphere, and the space of the mesosphere, in and out. In this everything turning and small being breathed in and out by everyone with lungs during all the moments. How connected we are with everyone. The space of everyone that has just been inside of everyone, mixing inside of everyone with nitrogen and oxygen and water vapor and argon and carbon dioxide and suspended dust spores and bacteria, mixing inside of everyone with sulfur and sulfuric acid and titanium and nickel and minute silicon particles from pulverized glass and concrete. How lovely and how doomed this connection of everyone with lungs.